showtime?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the intros.
What up, world?
Hey y'all,
This is Simone.
this is Sarita.
And this is Clean Ears.
What up? It's your friendly neighborhood snippet and album review.
Yes, we have been wanting to dive into album reviews for a while. You guys have said go for it.
Yes, many times.
Yes, so here we are, and today we are reviewing the You're Welcome EP by our friend, RC.
Yes, sir. So if you're listening, what up?
Yes.
So guys, we want to talk about the album itself. We want to talk about album art, any production, concept, anything that just came out to us and how we're feeling about it overall. This is our first really official album review on the podcast and on YouTube. So if you guys are liking this, you better like it. Thumbs up. Tell us that you want more of these because, we're just venturing in. We're trying to figure out.
These are conversations we have on our own.
Oh, yeah, regular basis.
Yes, so we're just now doing this for you guys. And if there are things that we don't touch on, but you want to know how we feel about them, definitely be sure to drop them in the comments or hit us on social.
Yeah.
Let us know what those are and we will answer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
So first thing first, album art.
Yes.
Where You're Welcome. Y'all, I love it. It just reminds me of pictures that I used to see of my parents. They're from Chicago, from Southside Chicago. And when they were growing up, there were a lot of open fire hydrants happening and kids playing in the street and just black beauty and black boy and black girl joy. And so it reminds me of that just kind of summertime in the city.
It makes me think of not the most joyful situation, but it just makes me think of Do the Right Thing when you had the kids just outside playing, hydrant open, water out. And the kids, the thing is, the kids have their best time out there. We as adults are like, this is safe, it's sanitary, oh my gosh. These kids have no regard for any of it.
Right.
And so even just the kids in the picture looking like they're living their best lives. When I first saw the art for this album, it just made me smile because I'm like, yes, just summer and babies having fun.
Yes, it makes sense, especially because this dropped on July 4th. So it was kind of like, yes, that would definitely be happening on the 4th. Open fire hydrants, kids playing. It was just right, it just melded with the release date really well. So track list.
Yes.
Number 1.
This intro.
Yes, the You're Welcome intro. R. Swift is having the best time.
First of all, yes. And I love that. One thing that always draws me to an artist is when they have a good time doing what they do. Like in a video that's fun. I think that's one of the things I love even about Bruno Mars, just having fun.
Yeah.
It's something I'm drawn to, and Swift was enjoying himself.
Yes.
On this.
One of the things I even wrote down was I like seeing an artist who he's excited about his own project. He was so geeked to bring this to us. He was saying y'all, even he was enjoying the beat the way that I enjoy beats. When it changes up, he's like, and I'm like, that's the same thing I do. I'd be like, yes.
But you know what's happening? On my first listen, as I reacted to the beat, he's reacting to the beat too. So it feels like you're listening to it with somebody.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, and I think this is one of the y'all. We got a little sneak peek to the EP. We got to hang out with R. Swift, and I think this is something that he let us listen to because I remember feeling wait, is this beat doing?
It was doing a lot of things.
Because I just love when something changes on you, and even when it was 4, 3, 2, 1. Wait, it really changed!
Yes, it was
I
a
felt
good
it.
time, and it was a great way to start it off because it's you get these gritty rhymes, and just
on the intro, he was like, "I'm not gonna go in," and then he went in.
Yeah, but I like that because I liked it because it felt like it wasn't supposed to happen, but then it happened, and then it's and I'm back to having fun.
Yes.
I was you just out here doing what you want to do, and I loved that.
Yes, super
great
fan.
Intro.
He said in this part, he said Sistines with a Beat put a mural on it, and I was like, okay, sir, I see how this is gonna be.
Yes.
Sistines with a Beat, what? Okay, those moments, especially when he was just grooving to it, feeling it, and then he was like, all right, y'all, here we go. Here's the next track.
Yes, and much wordplay. It's one of those things that you have to listen to. Because when you listen to it, he'll say something, you be like, and following it, it's crazy. The lyricism is it's fun, but it's intricate. It's captivating. It's just so good.
Yes.
So good.
Love it. Come through with an intro. I haven't loved an intro like that since, who was that, A-Marie? With the Why Don't We Fall in Love intro to turn to a song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, y'all know.
And that's the thing, I was thinking about that too, and I was just like, when's the last time I heard an intro that made me say, oh, I am ready for the rest of this. I mean, I've heard a lot of good track ones.
Yeah.
But like when it's just like, it's an intro, it just felt like a moment and an experience that we were going through together. And I really, really enjoyed that. That beat was ridiculous.
Love it. Love it. Yes. Okay. So track 2, Autopilot. It's featuring What Up RG and Belief Melanin.
Belief, why?
Okay.
Belief keeps a Mary flex in every verse he does.
He really does.
Yvette, girl,
hold it down. He loves you.
He loves you so much.
But when I tell you that just from the beginning, Belief was like, yo, I'm about to murder this track, and then you can come through at the back end and clean it up. But I'm about to, and he said, you're welcome. And then he went and proceeded to murk the track. It was ridiculous. And I think what I really, throughout the whole thing, what I realized is that he picked some really good beats, even the beats that seemed quote unquote simple, were really made for the type of thing. Like he gave you a beat that meshed with what he was trying to give you the entire time.
One thing I really liked about them having What Up RG on the hook is that it reminded me a lot of like how OG artists usher in younger artists, where the first time I remember, I could be wrong, but the first time I remember Jay-Z and Drake together, Drake did a hook for Jay-Z.
Oh.
And so, or even like when Drake first came out, he was doing a lot of hooks for Wayne. It made me feel like, oh, you just see him just, What Up RG getting just that prominent piece of the record and just being able to shine in his way, because the way that he raps and the way that the other two rap, not to say they couldn't have gone together, but it's very different.
Yeah.
But, because at first when I saw that, I was like, Belief and What Up RG, all right, that'll be interesting. And I was like, that all went together really nicely.
Yeah.
And so I just love that. It's like the OG's like, let me give the little homie a spot to shine.
It really was kind of generational in it.
Yeah.
R Swift and then Belief and then What Up RG just being different levels of where CHH has been, will be, and how it's been meshing. And I love, he says, my mark is still on the blueprint. You know, you just respect the OG. And the whole thing really, even throughout here, he was showing you cohesively respect the OG. Is what I really got through this whole thing. Was like, yes, I've been in the game for a long time, but he still gave you flows that were real current, that were beautiful. He switched it up on you. Some of your faves just can't switch it, and he was like slow, fast,
and
crazy wordplay.
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
And when you hear a beat like that, it's like, and you know R Swift's voice, you're like, what's it gonna be?
Yeah.
Like, not to say what's it gonna be like, but it's like, okay, let me see how he's gonna spit on that. And it's like the way that he attacked it was just like, it was so fitting, because it's not a beat that I think I would have identified as an R Swift beat. But then when I heard him on it, I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah.
I just appreciate R Swift. You know yourself better than we do. Yes. It's one of the things that we couldn't have picked it for you, but you knew that on this track it would have been perfect. We loved it. It was definitely a swag on a moment, a little song going, yo, I still got it, you know?
Yes, and again, just lyricism all throughout, like Belief. One thing that he said that just had me be like, oh, because a lot of times, you know, we talked about this before, privately and on another snippet, when we talk about, people will say the lyrics don't reflect Jesus as much, and I'm like, it's so in the lyrics. I love when Belief said, people say I got screws loose. Nah, homie, my noose loose. I'm walking free like an ex-con. I'm retired now. Who you telling on? I was like, man, it's like, yeah, we're free. We can have a good time. We are free.
Yes.
Flex.
Yes.
And I love that. Like, I was hearing it, I was following the whole rhyme from before, because it was just a wonderful continuation up until, but when I heard that, I was like, oh, my nose.
Okay, so next track, Hear Me, Angie Rose and 1K Phew on it. Again, great pairing. Really love it. 1K Phew was hitting that chorus, and I was like, okay,
it was another young
homie
moment
on the flat.
Yes.
It was nice. And then to hear Angie Rose come through, I really love her. I've been starting to listen to her more and more, and to hear her come through on the track, and I really love, because she's New York and he's Philly, like there's a real gutter way people from those cities rap, and it was like, yes, come through. And it definitely, Hear Me was one of those beats that I, again, was like, it's a slower moment on the album. It's a slower rap. Like, it's the compression's a little bit higher on the other two. This one is like a 2/4 situation. So, sorry. Y'all had to just break it down to help
Do
y'all.
it.
It's like a little bit slower, but it helps you kind of like take a moment to relax because you might have been hyper over the last two.
You can just slow your dance down, catch your breath.
Just catch your breath. This
Hello,
is
Nick.
a little bit not a dance. This is a rock beat
Yes.
to it, but it's still really good. It's a vibe
Yes.
and it's nice. I liked it. I really liked it a lot.
So Angie Rose is somebody who I feel like I've heard. Well, I know I've heard this song before. We put it on a playlist when it came out as a single, and I feel like I heard the song and I liked it then. I don't know if it's listening to the continuation,
Yeah.
like of hearing everything in order,
Yeah.
to where it flowed really nicely into that song.
Mhm.
But also just hearing Angie on it. I think sometimes for me with new artists, it takes a minute to process because I don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
So just like we talked about with the art of listening to music, I kind of just let my ears just do whatever. And then afterwards I can go back and really kind of just get into the meat of something.
Mhm.
And I feel like in hearing this record again on this, I liked it so much more. I love her tone. I love her voice.
Yeah.
It's just like you said, gritty, but also still, but not like,
Manish.
yeah.
Yeah. It was still her.
Yeah, and I don't know how it hit my ears the first time. I don't know if it was just because I didn't know what to expect and it was unfamiliar to
Yeah.
me. But I remember specifically when I sat down to listen to it, I was like, that was kind of hard.
Right?
And that was not my initial reaction. And so I'm just like in the moment and into the groove with the
Mhm.
other songs. I really, really appreciated her there and appreciated hearing her verse again this time. Again, not three people I would have put together on a song, but they just, I don't know y'all had the sauce when y'all line these people up.
Yes. Great.
Yes.
Great job. Another great one. Next track, y'all. Robin Hood feature, how you say, Kira Dene? Kira Dene.
I don't have time for her. I just can't.
On this track sang her butt off. It was beautiful. It was bluesy. It was like the vibe was, first of all, when I talk about like OG vibes, like this one right here was the epitome of sounds like 90s New York, Philly, could have been on the block, sepia toned, like feeling like he's
It was a full feeling. It was an absolutely
Oh,
full feeling.
from the moment the track started, you were just like, oh, like I'm in it. I'm where you are. I'm
Yes.
watching this story happen with you. Like, oh, it was good.
Absolutely. She is so talented. I think it's been a long time
Yeah.
since we had somebody who could both sing and rap excellently.
Yeah.
Not like a little bit, not kind of, sort of, but like excellently.
Mm-hmm.
And she is just phenomenal. Like the way that like her arranging, I don't know who's doing this. I don't know who's responsible for it, but the arrangement is just beautiful.
Yes.
It's like you'll hear it. I think you know what? I know I did. As soon as I was listening to it, I'd heard the song before too, but I was just like, I had to tweet. I was like, Kirby singing.
And when I tell you, like, once the second verse ends and they go into this breakdown for her, and it gets like it's piano and her voice and that alto and it's bluesy and it's like
Her
the way it
range.
hits your ear is like, girl, where are you going? I want to go with you. It is amazing. She killed it. The story that our Swift is telling in here, talking about just how we leave our neighborhoods and then they get repopulated because the land is valuable, and how he actually ties the value of the neighborhood to how we value ourselves as Black people and people of color, and how we don't value our skin tones and our hair and all of these things that eventually become hot to other people. And we just allow that to be taken from us. And he's like, they robbed the hood literally, and then Robin Hood, yo.
Yeah.
But then you need, like, if we realize the treasures that we already are, then they can't, devalue us anymore. So it was a really great track. It was a beautiful message. It was a beautiful arrangement. I loved the production. I loved everything about it.
Yes.
I was like, I don't know if these are real horns, but it feels like it might be real horns. It just feels good.
Yes. And I think one thing that has stood out to me throughout this entire project has been just the way that the different voices have gone together.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it all felt and flowed like, not like every song sounded the same, but it felt and flowed like into one, but also with very different voices that came together really beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
And that was something that stood out to me. Great production and great music, but the voices stood out to me because I'm like, y'all sound good together, and I'm getting so many different sounds just in your tones and in your natural just way. I really, really enjoyed that.
And that brings us to our last song on the EP. Yes, we're done. Sadly. Yo, Holmes.
Sadly.
This EP was exactly that.
It was swift.
So the last song on the album is Veteran Fresh, featuring The Saga. Yo, okay, so this was a great way to go out.
Yes.
Again, like I said, the whole album is talking about don't forget the OGs. The OGs have something to say. And then the last track, he was like, yo, I got something to say.
Yeah, very much so.
It was beautiful. The Saga on the hook, beautiful.
Yes.
The beat is simple, but it still had like those important moments. Like you think it's simple until you start actually listening to like the little cackles and the booms and the like those moments where like it takes it from being like somebody just like Pro Tool this to like, oh, somebody with skills Pro Tool this. Like there were levels and you're a higher level. Swiss flow is everything. He hit you with the slow. Like all the things I talk about in these other songs, he did it all in this one song as well. He just hit you with the slow and the fast and the wordplay, and then he was like, and then Miss Me, because this is the last song.
Yeah, and definitely, I know that when it went off, I was just like,
right?
I want more. When I listened to this song, I don't know that I've heard a lot from The Saga personally. Not to say that there's nothing there. I just don't know that I've listened much.
I think I've heard a lot of features from The Saga. I don't know if I've heard a lot of Saga songs, just him.
And so for me, I was excited because I was like, man, I've heard this name so much. It is so.
Who are you?
Yes, you know how like when you hear of an artist, you be like, man, you've just been around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I get a chance to sit down and intentionally listen to you. Very, 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 very pleased, very excited too for things that I know that Saga is working on too. It just makes me very, very excited for what's coming. Again, another excellent matchup where you have two different voices coming together and making something really beautiful. I wonder if that was a part of the plan, because
homie.
I'm like, was this a part of the plan? Because I've heard a lot of music with a lot, not to shade anything else, but you hear a lot of music with a lot of people coming together. But I'm just like, man, this just seems so intentional.
Yes.
But it's excellent, strong finish. Very much so enjoyed it.
Very much. Loved Your Welcome. The EP, guys, it's beautiful from start to finish. It is literally 5 tracks. It's 4 long in the intro.
Yes.
So he said he's got 3 EPs coming out this year. He said he's going somewhere with this. So that means that by the end, we will have a full CD.
Oh, snap.
5, 10, 15. Look.
I'm with it.
Hopefully, he said he's going to go. So I'm really, this made me want to continue the journey with him.
Yes.
So that's our album review.
Yes. Hope you guys loved it. If you do, please be sure to like this video, comment, and let us know how we did. Let us know if there's, again, anything that you want to hear.
Yes.
Make sure that you hit that bell.
Guys, so yeah, we want to continue to do album reviews, not single reviews, guys. So if you know someone who has an album or EP
yes,
that is coming out or, is out that you want us to do, we're gonna go too far back.
Yeah.
So let's converse in the comments to see how this is gonna work. But like I said, it's our first one, so we would love to do more. Like, please like it. So it really depends on you guys. If you guys like it, then we'll do it. If you guys don't like it, then we'll just keep talking about ourselves.
And we have fun.
Yes.
There's that. So guys, until next time.
Have a good time.